you heard of an iron deficiency? Because generally speaking now, whenever we get very tired, it's one of the things that comes up. Do you have an iron deficiency? So in today's video, I want to talk to you about exactly what an iron deficiency is, how it happens, and what it really means, why you get it, what to do with it. My name is Geeta Sidhu-Robb and I run a health and wellness business in London called Nosh Detox. My goal is to make videos that are credible, informational, and they're educational, because we have been helping people with their health and wellness for over 11 years globally. And our job, I think, is to make sure that you have the options so you can make the choices that you need and want to make about your own health. So let's talk about iron. Iron deficiencies occur basically when the body just doesn't have enough of the mineral iron. And what actually happens is that this leads to abnormally low levels of red blood cells. That's because iron is needed to make hemoglobin, which is a protein in your red blood cells that enables your blood to carry oxygen all around your body. So if your body doesn't actually have enough hemoglobin, your tissues and your muscles just don't get enough oxygen. And when they don't get enough oxygen, they can't work effectively. And what happens is that when they can't work effectively, you have a condition called anemia. So hopefully that's completely clear. Now, although there are different types of anemia, an iron deficiency anemia is actually the most common generally. The signs and symptoms of iron deficiency also vary, and they vary depending on the severity of the anemia, how quickly it's developing, how old you are, and also kind of how healthy you currently are. So you'll find that for some people, they literally experience zero symptoms. And some people have really, really high symptoms, and yet both are suffering from anemia and even iron deficiency anemia. So what are the symptoms of iron deficiency anemia? Some of the symptoms include tiredness, pale skin, your heart pumping a lot, you get headaches, you get dizziness, you feel short of breath, you have dry and damaged hair and skin, you also end up with a sore or swollen tongue and mouth, and you get this thing called restless legs, where your legs kind of shake, and also brittle nails. The most common one is actually the one that you see the most and the one that you hear the most is actually tiredness. Because fatigue is one of the most common symptoms of iron deficiency, and it affects more than half of those people who are deficient. Basically, this is because you don't have enough oxygen in your system, because you don't have enough hemoglobin in your blood, and therefore you're actually not getting enough energy to the tissues and the muscles. Now, the other knock-on effect of not having enough oxygen in your system is that your heart has to work much harder to move oxygen-rich blood kind of around your body, and then that makes you tired. Now, the problem we have here is, generally speaking, who isn't tired? I mean, part of our normal lives, because we're so busy, is that tiredness is kind of like a byproduct of what we do. So oftentimes you'll find people going, but I'm tired, but I don't have an iron deficiency, or maybe I'm tired, oh my God, I have an iron deficiency. So it's something that's actually quite difficult to diagnose just from fatigue. So don't think just because you're tired, you have an iron deficiency. Actually, what you need to do in order to find whether or not you have an iron deficiency is you really need to have a blood test. There just honestly isn't any other way. And when you have an iron blood test, one of the things that you also need to check are things like your vitamin C and your magnesium levels, because iron doesn't live on its own, it's a combination. All vitamins work in pairs and in bunches. And so if one is deficient, the other one is also deficient. Now, the really good news about having an iron deficiency is that it can be treated actually fairly easily. Usually, the easiest way to treat an iron deficiency is through an iron-rich diet. And those are easy food: meats, bean, kale, leafy green vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and add those foods into your day every single day, because they're really good for you and they will rebalance your iron and they will stop you feeling generally tired. Well, there are two other solutions for having an iron deficiency. Of how to, make it better is to make you undeficient. That is not a word, but how to make you better is that you can take iron supplements. Now, the thing with iron supplements, always make sure that you have iron with something else. So usually supplements are sold like iron with vitamin C. The problem is they make you constipated. They really, really do. Everybody will tell you if they've had an iron supplement that it constipates you. So you want to kind of You want to be a bit careful about that, and really, really up your fiber levels if you're going to have an iron supplement. The third way to get an iron deficiency sorted is to actually go and get an IV, an iron IV. We do those, and so I'm very familiar with them. And I want to just flag a couple of concerns here. Firstly, make sure that when you're getting your iron dripped, that you actually have a blood test that shows that you are iron deficient. Secondly, make sure that the person who's giving it to you really, really knows what they're doing. There have been cases, which we have never had, but I have had people come to us where they've had an iron IV and it has actually ended up staining the skin. So it is something that you want somebody who's very skilled at doing it and that they know how to do it and they've done it a lot. So be super careful about that. So hopefully this has been an informative and educational video. Because I really would like you to be able to control your health, take the power of your health back into your hands. So all of our videos are going to be, what do you need to know? And when you know it, how can you make an informed choice about your next steps? If you like this video, please like it, please share it with somebody who you think could actually benefit from watching it, and please subscribe.